What's going on, everybody? This is Nick here from Millennium Decks. We are now on to our next Battle City deck profile, and it is none other than the man himself, Seto Kaiba. Without Battle City, it would not be possible. So let's get right into the deck profile video. Alright, so we're back, and now to start off the well-anticipated deck profile of Mr. Seto Kaiba. Starting off with first, the Egyptian God card, Obelisk The Tormentor. Obelisk, you know, Yugi had a God card. Kaiba also had one too, thanks to his Shizu. Obviously, Kaiba did not believe in Egyptian fairy tales, but the one thing the guy did believe in right here, Obelisk The Tormentor. You know, it came through for him a lot in Battle City, and honestly, the personal favorite God card of mine as well. So next up, not one, not two, but three Blue Eyes White Dragons. Now, running a Kaiba deck, we already know Blue Eyes White Dragon. It is his staple, it is his favorite card. It is also the thing that he goes to the most whenever he's out of a jam. He always looks to this guy, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Of course, we had to get the original artwork and also the anime artwork of the Blue Eyes White Dragon, just to get that authentic feel for Kaiba's Battle City deck, and honestly, probably the most iconic normal monster in the whole series, along with Dark Magician. We'll keep going with the triplicate theme here, as not one, not two, three Thunder Dragons. Now, along with Blue Eyes, he had another fusion card in this series, and it was the Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. Now, with Thunder Dragon, you discard one, you get the other two out. Probably the easiest fusion, even in character decks, to make is the Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, but also a cool card in Kaiba's deck. Actually debuted first in the virtual world, but you know what? It's also in his Battle City deck. And the last triplicates, X, Y, Z. Now, these are the first actual Union monsters shown in the actual original series. X-Head Cannon is a 1800 beat stick, pretty much, and the other two act as Union material monsters. The Clash in the Coliseum semifinals against Yugi is when all three of these guys debuted. Honestly, just really, really cool. If you asked me, Kaiba always had the coolest looking cards, and these three are no exception. Let's go on with the monsters. Ryu Kishin Powered. Cool looking guy. He makes his reappearance actually against Joey for the Battle of the Bronze. 1600, but a really good shrink and crush card target if you can pull it off. Hitotsu Giant. Really nothing much to say here. It's a classic Kaiba card. He had it in Battle City, and you know what? Fits the classic theme of the deck. I love it. Speaking of classic guys, Saggi the Dark Clown. Now, I'm not sure if he actually played this. However, it was shown in his hand, I believe, against the Masked Brothers duel against Lumis and Umbra. Saggi the Dark Clown, if you think a crush card target, it's that guy right there. Nothing much he can do but be a target. So, you know what? He had it in his hand, we'll put it in the deck. Battle City debut guy over here, Blade Knight. One of the cool looking cards. His effect comes in handy when you have one or fewer cards in your hand, then you can boost him up to 2,000. Really, really good monster when you need it, and especially in character decks where attack points are crucial. Blade Knight is the guy. Battle City debuter right here, Kaiser Sea Horse. Basically, this guy, not bad at all, 1700. One tribute for Blue Eyes too, which is awesome. That helps out in a lot of situations. The thing about Kaiba, which all of you pretty much know, he is attack first, and he wants to finish the duel as quickly as possible. And with these 4-star monsters with 1700 and more, it comes in handy. And then you also have Kaiser Glider. Awesome looking card. the fact that he's one sacrifice with 2400, and then his ability, you can return something to the hand. Awesome. And he can't be destroyed by battle with monsters that have the same attack points. So Kaiser Glider, man, like really, really helpful. Comes in handy and just awesome. We'll move back to a Duelist Kingdom theme here. Battle Ox. Now, in Duelist Kingdom, I feel like Battle Ox was his 4-star monster with the highest attack points. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure in Duelist Kingdom, this was his ace guy for the 4-star monsters. Cool looking Viking warrior, beast warrior type guy. Really, really cool. He had a valiant effort when he defends Yugi from losing the masked duel, but awesome guy. But when you think of Battle Ox, it kind of takes a backseat to this guy, Vorse Raider. When this thing got debuted against the Masked Brothers, man, it was just instantly became my favorite card. 4 stars, 1900 attack, and just awesome. Awesome looking card. There's really nothing much to say about it other than awesome. If you opened up a dictionary and you needed a picture of awesome, Vorse Raider would be in there. Maybe not, but I mean, if I had to make my own dictionary, definitely. But this is personally probably my favorite card, if not one of my favorite cards ever. Next up, Gadget Soldier. Not a really good card. Sacrifice 1800. He's cool looking, just not very good to use. 2000 defense. You never know when it could come in handy. The answer is probably not. If you can get rid of this guy, get rid of him. But Kaiba did use him, so Gadget Soldier is in the deck. Jinn debuted in Duelist Kingdom, and I backtracked what I said. Actually, Jinn was his 4-star monster in Duelist Kingdom with the highest attack points at 1800. Really good card. In his Battle City deck, Ancient Lamp combo is not available in this one because that was in his virtual world. However, Jinn, if you draw him first time and just drop him with 1800 in character deck duels, awesome. So Jinn makes a reappearance. Next up, Death's Feral Imp. One of the random monsters in Kaiba's deck. In the anime, he was debuted as Dark Gremlin, I believe. His flip effect is very nice. With 1800 defense, if he's destroyed, get a card into your graveyard and bring it back. With this deck, it's very helpful for Monster Reborn. Polymerization if you have to refuse the Thunder Dragon and you have some Blue Eyes in the hand. Pot of Greed, a monster maybe that you kind of need for the unions of the XYZs. Just anything is very situational with this guy, but he is an awesome card. Next up, Hyozanru. Not very good at all. However, I think the one thing that would probably be the easiest to summon him is with the Flute of Summoning Dragon combo, which he used against Loomis and Umbra Part 1 before they had the masks on. But other than that, man, there's nothing really you can do because you're not going to sacrifice 2 monsters for this guy. Most likely you would do that for Blue Eyes, but I mean, he is cool looking, so style points certainly do count. Speaking of the Flute, last monster right here, Lord of D. Now, Lord of Dragons in the anime, just very good, especially when you're going for the kill. You drop him, get the flutes out, get some Blue Eyes, get that Hyozanru, Kaiser Glider. You never know. The bottom line is, man, he is the protector of all dragons. Really cool looking card, and I just feel like I think in every series, Lord of Dragons has always been a staple of Kaiba's cards. It's almost like, I feel like Kaiba thinks of himself as the Lord of Dragons. Now, if it wasn't for Kaiba Man, I'd say this card kind of resembles Kaiba the most. That's just my personal opinion of him because Kaiba just is in love with dragons, and Lord of Dragons is the name. That wraps up the monsters. Let's move ahead onto the spells of Seto's deck. Polymerization. Again, with the main characters, we're going to go with the anime artwork from the original series. Polymerization, you guys all know what it does. Next up, no explanation needed here. And Pot of Greed. Now, I said in my previous videos that we always include Monster Reborn and Pot of Greed for every character deck. However, Kaiba actually used it in the Battle City series, so extra bonus there. Defusion. You guys know what that does. Opposite of Polymerization, defuses monsters. You can use this for the Blue Eyes. Doesn't matter. Next up, 1, 2 Flutes of Summoning Dragon. I'm not really big on rarities. I do try to make most of the cards hollow, so I'll probably get another shiny Flute. But anyway, off topic. He uses the 2 Flutes of Summoning Dragon to end the duel quickly with Lumis and Umbra. Honestly, when I watched that clip, though, I feel like Kaiba didn't even shuffle his deck. It's pretty much like he had that combo set up to get out 3 Blue Eyes and Hyozanru, and then, you know, get freaking Obelisk out. Like, just because he was in a rush, he wanted to duel Yugi. Yugi was like, no, I gotta find Joey, kind of thing. But the 2 Flutes came out, and he's like, yo, you masked dudes, or I don't even know if they even knew their names. They were kind of like street thugs at that point, but boom, broken them out. The awesome thing is that you got 2 Flutes in a character deck, so it's easier to get out those dragons. Enemy controller left, right, A, B, yada yada yada. But enemy controller, another cool looking card. You can take control of the opponent's monster if you sacrifice one, or change the position of a monster if you're trying to buy some time and you're getting attacked. Kaiba's almost like Yugi, where he's got coverage on any kind of situation, but you know, it helps, especially when you don't have your attack guys out and you're trying to drop something and you need it. This is your go-to right here. Ring of Defense. Obviously, this is a famous combo we use in the show with Ring of Destruction. Negates effects that drop life point damage due to traps. Cost down. As if there wasn't enough ways to get out Blue Eyes, this is another easy way in case you don't have Kaiser Sea Horse. The Flute is Summoning Dragon or Monster Reborn. Cost down is another way. Or you can just drop a Gadget Soldier if you really feel like desperation when we're playing with these character decks. But hey, cost down also another good card. Soul Exchange. Now, when I think of Soul Exchange, I think of the first ever starter deck, Kaiba. I just remember the holographic version of it. I actually don't have one, but whatever. Soul Exchange. So he uses this against the duel against Yugi. I think he used Soul Exchange to take control. They were trying to see who summons the monster card first, or God card, excuse me. And then Yugi countered with Change of Heart. But it was awesome. Spell Sanctuary made the play even cooler, but Soul Exchange very useful, especially when you're tributing for a monster. Shrink. So, Ring of Destruction, Ring of Defense, and Shrink was his other go-to combo with Crush card. So, Shrink, you can use this in any situation, really. I mean, if you have a Vorse Raider and you use Shrink and Crush card on your side of the field, or maybe you're trying to bait somebody else and Shrink a high attack monster against one of your own. Kaiba's deck really makes you think, especially with all the traps, and that's what I love about Kaiba's deck is attack first, but then once you get through his attack monsters, you gotta worry about those face downs, man. Kaiba, man. Fiend's Sanctuary, never really played, but here, if you watch my Yugi Battle City deck profile, and I'll put it right there, the Fiend Sanctuary he gives to Yugi. Now, he actually does not use this in any of the duels. However, I felt like it was in Kaiba's deck. I guess he never drew it, but he was saving it for the right opportunity. And then he gave it to Yugi because he felt like, look, man, I hate you, but I kind of want to live and I don't want to die from Merrick kind of thing. So here's my Fiend Sanctuary. Help to get out my Obelisk. I was hoping to use that combo and against Merrick, but here I guess you could use it. And that was his good guy role in the series, giving Yugi the Fiend Sanctuary. But the fact of the matter is that it belonged to Kaiba. We explained that in the Yugi deck profile when we do these duels. The only way Yugi would have a Fiend Sanctuary is if I advertise the duel as Battle City Finals, Yugi versus Merrick. Next up, Cost Down. I didn't actually think this card was ever going to get released, but hey, it's here. The anime effect is... it's very, very, very OP, and we haven't decided if we want to errata it to the anime effect, which is discard the hand and then draw 5 cards, and then on the 5th turn, discard your whole hand kind of thing, which is awesome, but for character decks, there's kind of... you never know, it could be a little bit OP, so we might just leave it as the effect. There will be like an updated description if we decide to errata it or not, and I'll come up with a channel video after this one, probably on Sunday or Monday, depending on what day you watch this video. It'll be up no matter what if you're late to the channel, but we'll let you know as soon as possible. But this is an awesome card, bottom line. Silent Doom. Bring back a normal monster, only downside is he's gotta be in defense. It could be a life point saver, or maybe you just need something to sacrifice. So, Silent Doom. Spell Absorption, really good card. The whole duel, as long as it's in play, and especially in character decks, this probably could be in play a lot. Gain 500 life points, and life points are a good thing as long as they put up spell cards. So I believe he used this against Joey for the Battle of Bronze, but yep, that's there. And the last one of the most common cards ever, Stop Defense. But it makes perfect sense that Kaiba would have it, considering that Kaiba is beat down monsters, have a lot of attack points, and probably wants to do some life point damage if you're facing somebody with a defensive monster. So that does it for the spells, and we're going to go through the traps, which is actually not a lot. Ring of Destruction. I know they've errated this for competitive play, but we're keeping the anime effect. Target a monster, destroy that shit, and do the life point. Excuse my French, but obviously with Ring of Defense and Ring of Destruction in Kaiba's deck, this is pretty much what you want to look to go for, and it is a dual ender, but awesome card. Cloning. Pretty much clones a monster on the field. Same attack points, same defense points, anything. So again, there's a lot of stuff with this deck that's awesome to play with that, you know, can get you out of any type of situation. Interdimensional Matter Transporter is the next trap. Pretty much, you have it face down. They want to get rid of your blue eyes. You say, nope, I'm saving you, blue eyes. Banish him until the end of the turn, and he comes back. Awesome looking card, but it's cool. I think he uses this against Joey. He might have used it against the Battle State Finals against Uni, but I'm not too sure about that. But yep. Final attack orders. How fitting that somebody with beat sticks has final attack orders. If you draw this and life points are wide open, or you say, you know what, we're gonna go for the kill, final attack orders. Only downside with this is if you go for the kill and it's still on the field, obviously you can destroy it if you choose to, but obviously you don't want to start out the game with this. That would be freaking crazy. I would love to see that happen, actually, just to see, you know, with an attack monsters, you know, Kaiba would probably win, but hey, final attack orders. And of course, no deck is complete without the Crush Card Virus. Debut to Duelist Kingdom, probably the coolest card, and obviously the anime effect is ridiculous, so we'll probably keep it as is. But that is another one we haven't decided yet if we want to eradicate it to its anime effect. I am kind of leaning towards the anime effect though, man, just because it's Kaiba, and Kaiba is the richest guy in the world, well, in the Yu-Gi-Oh world at least, but, you know, he just gets everything going, and Crush Card was pretty much his automatic win, so we haven't decided yet. There is one trap I do not have in this deck, and that is Virus Cannon. It's pretty much a very random card. It doesn't do what the anime effect did, and I can't even remember what that did, actually. But until we get one, we might include it. It'll be in the description, but it's no biggie if we're missing out on it. It's a very random card. But let's go to the extra deck. No extra deck for Kaiba's is complete without the Ultimate Dragon. Everybody knows what it is. Probably the coolest fusion monster. I am a little biased because I am a huge Kaiba fan, but hey, this thing is awesome. And his other fusion, the Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. This is the easiest to summon of the two fusions, obviously, because getting all three blue eyes, getting Ultimate Dragon out is very, very difficult. Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, though, really, really good card. Especially because it's so easy to summon. I would say this is the equivalent of Yugi with Chimera, because he's a little bit easier to summon as well. So this is pretty much Kaiba's easy fusion of the deck. The XYZ Dragon Cannon, and then as an extra bonus, we also include XY Dragon Cannon, YZ Tank Cannon, and XZ Tank Cannon. Now, the reason, excuse me, obviously he summoned XYZ Dragon Cannon. He was able to fuse all of them and put them out onto the field. I believe he has XYZ Dragon Cannon. He actually does fuse that in the duel against Yugi. The other two, I can't remember if they were actually fused. Not entirely sure about that one. But bottom line is they're all included, because if Kaiba did have those fusions, you know he probably would fuse it, then defuse it, and then union them back up into the XYZ Dragon Cannon. And it makes perfect sense to include all of them. Well, and that concludes Seto Kaiba's Battle City deck profile. We are a new channel, so we could use the support. If this is an older video and you're just watching this, hey, thank you for checking us out. Once again, this is Nick from Millennium Decks. We have some other few updates for you guys. And stay tuned, because we're going to have our first official duel, and judging by the deck profiles, you guys probably know what it's going to be. Once again, Nick from Millennium Decks. Thank you guys.